So about 5 minutes ago, I asked you all a question around what was one of the most pivotal moments in history, going back to the very beginning. We've had some interesting answers. We've had fire, storytelling, migration. I think somebody said mascara. Not sure about that one. But actually, the real answer that I was looking for is the seasons. You see, the moment that people understood the seasons and started recognizing patterns, that was when we shifted from being hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place, to realizing you can plant in the spring, you can reap in the, no, you can protect in the summer, reap in the autumn, and store in the winter. This one single realization enabled the creation of settled communities for the first time, which then led to cities, countries, and literally how we function as a global society today. Now, if we fast forward to today and look at 2023, society is obviously immensely more developed than when people first discovered the seasons. And technological change in the 21st century alone, the last 23 years, is running at breakneck speeds. When I was a kid, I'd have to go to the library, take out an encyclopedia, look something up. Now you go on ChatGPT and it does your homework for you. So it's a completely different world. And if you look at the phones in your pockets, everyone has probably got a Samsung or an iPhone. The iPhone has 100 times more computational power than the computer that took the Apollo 11 astronauts to the moon. Think about that. That's in your pocket. That's immense power. And as we stand here today, we're at another pivotal moment in history. And that is through the introduction of not just one piece of technology, but multiple. We've got generative AI, Web3, the metaverse, and many more. Now, I see a few eyes rolling. Some of you may think these are fads. Some of you might look at them in isolation and think, oh, I like the idea of AI, I'm not so sure about the metaverse. And some of you might just be ignoring them altogether. But one thing is clear, they all collectively have a role to play in our future society. And whether any of the, let's look at AI as an example, whether any of the tools that have come out in the past kind of 5-6 months are relevant to your day-to-day or not, I would encourage you all to play around with them. You know, you've got ChatGPT, which I've mentioned like 6 times now, but you can create content with it, you can research with it, you've got Midjourney to create images, there's so many tools. Whether or not they're relevant to you, AI is going to play a crucial role in society. So the quicker you can start playing around with these things, see how they work, learn about them, the more equipped you will be in the future. Because if you don't, you will be left behind. When many jobs are replaced by AI, controversial statement, but both blue-collar and white-collar jobs, a lot of things will become made redundant. You know, technology will be able to replace certain aspects, not everything, of course. And people will, at some point, I don't know when, but they will socialize, interact, and work on mass scale in the metaverse. They will buy things with cryptocurrency, and they will be trading and, collecting NFTs. These technologies all are not in isolation, they work together. And if you can't keep up, as I said, you will be left behind. The key is not to look at it today, the now. I know it's uncertain when this will happen, but you need to look at how they will all work together because that is literally where society is going. And whether it's in the metaverse or the real world, this isn't, even I'm saying something in the future, it's not that distant in the future. There are countries, companies, people who are working on this right now. Leading global players are working to develop the next iteration of smart cities. These are zero-carbon cities, circular economies with preventative healthcare, all to enhance the quality of life of their residents. So Barbados, right now, they are building the world's first metaverse embassy, providing e-consular services. You can be in your bedroom, pop in your headset, you're at the embassy, get your visa processed. The US is estimated to spend $325 billion by 2025, that's only a year and a half away, on redesigning its cities. Japan is establishing a globally competitive metaverse economic zone. You may have heard of free trade zones in the UAE and other places. When Japan does something, you've got to kind of tend to follow. And Saudi Arabia is leading the way. They have forecast a $3 trillion investment into projects including the likes of NEOM and The Line. If you haven't heard of these or seen these, you have to look them up when you go home. Find me in the break or I'll send you some YouTube links, but they're incredible. So when you consider all of these projects, they require a mammoth degree of support. So we've got a pretty diverse audience today. We've got investors in the room potentially funding these sorts of projects, or companies, tech companies working on these projects. We've got senior executives from large companies bidding to win work on these projects. We've got immigration and global mobility experts working to relocate people to work on these projects. And we've got lawyers and accountants who are working on the corporate commercial finance aspects. So this is relevant to everybody, both in this room and outside everyone. But with so many moving parts, whether it is smart cities or any other international project, my question is, who is enabling this by bringing it all together into one cohesive solution? So as I look to lead Centuro Global through this technological revolution, I want to share with you my vision for building a better tomorrow. So I'll start with the marketing spiel. So at Centuro, we see ourselves as an accelerator of compliant global expansion, embodying the future of innovation in professional services. Well, what does that mean? Well, we help businesses plan, launch, and operate anywhere on the planet in a legally compliant and strategically beneficial manner, all done through our technology platform. And why is this important? Because there's a statistic from McKinsey where 80% of all new market entries fail in some way. And when entering new markets, the biggest spend is typically on legal and regulatory compliance. Even VC-backed companies spend significant proportions of their investment on compliance. So I want to look to a future where more businesses can cost-effectively, efficiently, and sustainably succeed on a global scale. In this way, we'll be able to boost local economies, solve global challenges, and ultimately make the world a better place. But how does Centuro do this, you may ask? Well, we're investing time and resource into building the next generation of AI tools to support both the delivery and consumption of professional services. You see, when entering a new market, the planning phase can be the most crucial. Some people know where they're going, others think, okay, we want to go to the Middle East, which market should we pick? The UAE, Saudi Arabia? What's the best corporate structure? What are our tax risks? How do we relocate our people? What local regulations do we need to comply with? Because if you want to find treasure, you need a map. To get to where you want to go, you must first know where you are on that map. And when it comes to global markets, you need the best possible data to tell you where you stand and where you're headed and what you need to change to get to where you want to go. So this is where Centuro AI comes into play. Our team has over combined 50 years, not me a minute, of experience in corporate and commercial law, immigration, global mobility, tax and accounting, and wider professional services. And we have partnered with the world's best experts from every corner of the globe. We've got our platinum sponsors here today from the Global Tax Network. We've got many of our network members from literally every continent in this room. And together, we have an immensely powerful data set that we are combining with generative AI to act as your digital advisor when expanding internationally. But rather than keep talking about it, I'm going to show you a glimpse in a quick video.
The world is changing faster than ever. International expansion of business has evolved at unprecedented rates, and countries are competing with each other to attract top talent, scientists, engineers, and pioneers of the future. Smart cities such as Saudi Arabia's Neom are being created all over the world, seeking the brightest and the best. Countries like Nigeria, Egypt, China, and Japan will soon join this transformation. New cities that will change the way we live, clean energy, intelligent mobility, sustainable buildings, everything within a 5-minute walk. With governments making dramatic changes to immigration rules and legislation, there is a global shift in how companies do business. With billion-dollar projects at stake, including infrastructure building, delivering products and services, deploying the workforce to these locations, navigating complex regulations, AI operations, or advising on the vision, almost every company wants a piece of the action. This is where Centuro Global comes in. Our technology platform provides a global opportunity to support how the world does business compliantly. Through interactive tools for expanding, navigating risk, and enabling access to projects like Neom with ease and confidence. 66% of CEOs find talent to be today's biggest challenge, preventing growth. But it does not have to be this way. Our AI-powered technology aids quick decision-making to hire talent anywhere in the world, keeping you ahead of the competition. Our solution offers reassurance and information on all risks and compliance to avoid penalties with clarity to business leaders at top speed. We deliver a single source for the entire global expansion process of any company, including legal, entity setup, immigration, tax, and global mobility. allowing companies to account for every stage of their expansion journey in one place. Our enterprise-grade international remote work compliance tool focuses on the user experience to support international assignments and facilitate the speed at which talent is hired in any location. Centuro Global is an accelerator of compliant global expansion that embodies the future of innovation in professional services. By removing all friction and mitigating the legal risks, we will create millions of jobs and have a major impact on the worldwide economy. We are not just paving the way for a new global business ecosystem, but presenting you with the right research, the right technology, and the right support to make it happen. So why wait? Join the global business community and start your journey with Centuro Global today. Let us help take your business to new heights with our global expansion technology platform, Centuro Connect. It's time to explore new opportunities and conquer new markets. The future is waiting. Are you ready to seize it?
I hope that gave you I hope that gave you a nice glimpse into what we're building and doing at Centuro Global. Because I like to think of ourselves as more than just a company or a workplace. I want us to be a home for people who dream big, a hub for innovation, bringing together people, as in this room, and businesses across all borders. So now, maybe you didn't know before, but when the world asks you what's Centuro, you'll notice that it's a platform that transforms how companies can succeed on a global scale. But not just a platform or a network or a conference, we're a movement that you're now all a part of. I'm grateful to you all for being here today, and whether you are new to Centuro or an existing client, member, or partner, I want to remind you, Centuro Global, you don't have to go it alone. We'll be your wingman, your sidekick, the Robin to your Batman. Together we can conquer new markets and make the world a better place. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road and kick off the Centuro Global Expansion Conference.
Wow, let's continue.